Hello, hello, welcome. I'm so excited you're here to start this 14-day journey with you regarding our relationship with alcohol. And this is all really about your personal goals. Your goal may be to drink less, your goal may be to drink not at all. And the first step on our journey and our first lesson today is about making a firm decision. And hopefully you don't see that as too basic. So some of you I know have been in programs before, but what I mean by firm commitment, or what the importance of a firm commitment regarding a special event or a holiday like the upcoming holiday season, is it's sort of like a micro commitment that we make around this particular season and the change that you want to see happen. And the whole 14 days is built around structures and habits and different techniques and tactics and tools that you can have in your toolbox that will help you reach the goals that you want in your life. Okay, so it's what your goals are, not what my goals are for you, or not even what my personal goals are. It's for your goals. And so I just really want you to feel comfortable having your own goals, having your own decision of what you want your holiday season to look like. And the word decision comes from the root word DECI, DECI, which means to cut off. So when you make a firm decision, you cut off the possibility of anything else. And really what is important about this firm micro commitment to yourself around this holiday season is that it stops a lot of the mental chatter that goes on, especially when it comes to drinking. Okay. So if you're starting, and this was me, believe me, I did this for an entire year when I was trying to moderate. But it's just this constant chatter of, should I have one? Maybe I'll just have one. Maybe I'll just have champagne at the beginning of the evening, or maybe I'll just have one glass of wine with dinner, or maybe what am I going to do if somebody asks me if I want to drink? Just all the chatter. It just is like, it takes it off the table. I think Annie Grace talks about, the burn the boats, the line in the sand, you just are going to make a decision and stick to it. And what actually starts to happen, and she refers to this as the moving walkway. So, when you're in the airport and you get on a moving walkway, you just seem to go a little bit faster, and it's kind of fun as you zip by everybody who's just walking along. It's like the universe respects that decision you've made and kind of propels you along forward. And it's really amazing how once you make the decision, it's like things just sort of fall into place. And I just want to also say, because this has been coming up a lot in the live alcohol experiment that I've been a moderator for, and I've seen it come up in a lot of posts, is that we worry so much about what other people are going to think about us not drinking. And honestly, so many different posts, people are like, so I went to this event and I had my sparkling water and nobody even asked me. And I was so worried about it before going into this event that somebody was going to ask or notice. In fact, this one lady was saying, she goes, I had my Heineken 0.0 and nobody was asking me about it. And I was like, hey people, it's 0.0. She wanted people to notice. She was also prepared with her answer of what she was going to say. And honestly, if you have a drink in your hand, nobody will ask you if you want to drink. And nobody cares. That's the great thing. They all go off, and once they've had one or two glasses, they don't care. Nobody really cares as much. And so a lot of the mental energy that we go through about worrying what people are going to think about us is just so unnecessary, honestly. So it's just been so uncanny that lately I've just seen a lot of posts like that. So I just want to welcome you. I want you to take a little bit of time about what your firm commitment is going to be over this holiday season. And then, we're going to be putting together, you're going to get a lot of different tools and a lot of different tactics, and you're going to be able to use these to build a structure to support the decision that you're making today about your holiday season. And I'm really excited to hear about it. So I do hope that you post on the Facebook page. I just want to say one thing about the Facebook page is that it is like Vegas. What we post in the Facebook page stays in the Facebook page. So the Facebook is a private Facebook. So if you are on Facebook and you go to groups and then you find the group and you're in that group, you'll see the big yellow banner, AF Aloha at the top. You will know that you're in that group and you post. No one else will see your post except the people in this group. The people in the group are only people who have done the 14-day boot camp. They either did it in November or you're in the December group. Okay, so those are the only people that are seeing your posts. And they're all people that are on a similar journey, and sharing our stories is really, really a helpful part to, number one, make you not feel so alone, because there's so much shame and blame that comes with over drinking. And I know there's some new people in this group, this go around, and I want to say something really important to you that maybe you've never heard before. And it was something that just freed me up so much. It's from This Naked Mind, which is the program that I went through. And then I also went and got my certification in coaching in this program of This Naked Mind. And I want to say this to you, and I'm looking you right in the eye right now. If I am, yeah, I got to look up here. I'm looking you right in the eye right now. And that is, it is not your fault. If you have been struggling with cutting back on your drinking, worrying about your drinking, wondering, why can't I drink like everybody else? Number one, you don't know how everybody else drinks because you don't know what they do when they go home. Okay. That was me. Nobody thought I had a drinking problem because I'd have 2 glasses of wine. They didn't know that I went home and drank a bottle once I got home, so you do not know. Okay. So just don't worry about everybody else. Worry about you. Number one is that is not your fault, because alcohol is an addictive substance for everyone, not just alcoholics, not just hobos under a bridge, not just people who have to go to rehab, to everyone. And if you've been drinking alcohol, you are susceptible to becoming dependent on it. Let's not say addicted, because that may not be the case, but especially for myself, I don't really consider myself an alcoholic. Whatever the level of addiction is, I would just say dependent. Mentally, I became dependent on wine because I thought I needed it as a coping strategy. And it was just my go-to. And even when I didn't want to use it, my subconscious brain thought that I needed it for survival and would want me to drink. So then I would, because I would just listen to my thoughts. So we are going to unpack that, but I just want to give you that freedom that is not your fault, but it is your responsibility, just like Spidey. So we have that responsibility now to maybe look at that if this is not serving you in your life. And that's what this AF Aloha Bootcamp is about. It's about, for me, the reason that I held on to alcohol for a really long time was because I really wanted to be able to drink on special occasions, vacations, holidays. But by holding on to that, I was never truly free. It's what in This Naked Mind, we talk about holding on to 2 worlds. And I was just I couldn't break free until I let go completely and decided to just see what happened. And the beauty, the freedom of letting that go, the freedom of letting go of all the shame and the blame that I blamed myself. And then how great I felt afterwards. It was just like so worth it. It just became, being alcohol free just became worth more to me than wanting to hold on to it so that I could be normal like everybody else. So that being said, it still is your choice and your decision about how you want alcohol to be in your life. I hope it is small and irrelevant. That is what we call it in This Naked Mind. Just like I used to think about like oatmeal. I like oatmeal. I like asparagus. But if you told me I could never eat oatmeal again or never eat asparagus again, I wouldn't be super sad. If you told me I could never drink again back in the day, I would have been like, what? what are you saying? And so that tells me that alcohol was not small and irrelevant in my life, not like oatmeal or asparagus. So I'm just excited to go on this journey with you. Sorry, this is probably the longest video we will have. The rest of them are like 3 minutes, but I just wanted to take a moment to really welcome you and kind of lay some groundwork for our work together. And I really look forward to seeing some of your comments and to seeing you on the live Zoom call.